What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're trying to tap it in early in the morning, TNN Trap News Network, back in the same, like Cook Cracking the same. We here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use, that good knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use, that knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button, notification bell, hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use, it's that knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. You feel me? You feel me? Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button. We finna jump into this content. But before we do, man, make sure you hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be a part of this rich trapper mafia, hit me up. Hit the likes, hit the comments, but jump into Instagram DM, TRAP, NEWS, Let me know about you being a part of this live correspondentship we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. You want to be a Trap News Network correspondent, Trap News Network anchor, you feel like you can give us some news reviews, some knowledge that we can't get in college, man, let me know something, hit me up. We would love to get you a part of this potentially paid opportunity. You feel me? We finna get into this content, man. We finna jump into this content. The Trap Lord Ross says he's calling the police on Wack 100. Let's get into this content without no further ado. Let's get into it. Let's go.
You talked to me.
I spoke to you.
Right.
You
and I was
something.
like, do you want to talk to Wack? And you're like, okay. So I was like, all right, let me go talk to Wack. So I called Wack.
I've been curious to this day what you said to Wack, because when I spoke to Wack afterwards, we had a completely different conversation.
Right. So I had a conversation with him, and I basically was like, look, I could sort of see where things went left because I've been in a similar situation with you, and everyone handles things differently. Like with me, my thing was like, now fuck this. I'm gonna, get my security together, and I'm just not gonna, I'm gonna prepare for whatever bullshit comes my way when it comes to you, and I'm just gonna not talk to you anymore and break off all forms of communication between you and everyone around you, and that's the way I'm gonna handle it. Not to say this is the best way to handle it, I'm just saying this is the way I'm gonna handle it. And I'm like, with Trop Ross, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna handle it the same way. Right.
I did say to him, "I'll call the cops on you."
Exactly.
And he didn't like that.
What I was calling. I'm like, this dude's gonna end up getting police involved, and like nobody wants this, right? Like nobody wants it. He's like, yo, this dude said that I extorted him, and that's some bullshit. I'm like, well, he was wrong for that. I said he was wrong for that. But now we all have a way to handle this. We can either handle it the right way or the wrong way. And what I'm saying is that it's worth it for everyone to de-escalate the situation. Because I understand both sides of it. I've been on Traplo Ross's side with you and your reputation and the tough talk and stuff like that. You can get into a certain mode, and I can understand why things start to kind of go awry. So, I'm like, it's to everyone's benefit to work this out, right?
It's like,
that's what I said. Like, there wasn't any sort of like, I'm telling you, my girl was here. She even told me that I didn't get mad, and she liked the way I handled it. I'm like, yeah, but your reputation precedes you. You've created this image of yourself. You can't be shocked when people react to that image as opposed to who you really are.
For me, it was almost a thing of like, look, I know Wack from the media. I know Wack from knocking out stitches and managing the game and being part of Ray J's career and all these stories and him lunging across to punch Flacco in the No Jumper show, and you know what I mean? So I'm honestly, like, I went between Google and the message he sent me saying he had dirt on me, I thought I was about to be extorted in that moment. And looking back, I was possibly an overreaction, possibly me being a little small town bitch boy that just is reading about Wack on Google and thinking, oh my God, I'm about to be part of some weird plot to like shake me down.
Isn't it interesting how all the cosplay stops when it comes time to be the hard A, not the ER, because we never gonna talk about the ER. But when it comes time to be the hard A, the guy, all the cute stuff stop. They start calling the police, don't they? Oh, well, your reputation. Well, I'm just so scared. I'm just such a victim. I'm so scared. Wack is gonna do this to me. But at the same time, you did knock out Stitches. Ain't that your claim to fame? Assault on Stitches. Ain't that your claim to fame, Wack? Ain't that what you do? The game, the super banged out blood. You chased Future to the airport because he owed you some money. He owed Trick some money. Why wouldn't Traveler Ross feel like he's finna be a victim of extortion? You just tried to clean it up at the last minute. Trap Lord Ross hit you with the ultimate Uno reverse card. Oh, you want to play this game? You want to play this game like a guy? Okay. Yeah, I'll call the police, and then that'll just be that. And you know, you can fight for your life in commissary, because I'm not finna, you know, whatever. Oh, this boy Wack's walls is crumbling down around him, ain't it? That nigga's walls is crumbling like a prostitute on a blade working overtime. Walls is crumbling. Let's jump back into this content.
Wants the police involved in just a simple argument.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I think he understood that as well. And I'm like, listen, this guy, if you keep this up, he's going to go to the police. Like, do you want that? You know, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this to keep going like this. So I think, you know, and the conversation, it's not like he was like, yeah, Vlad, I agree with you. I'm going to go fix it. We just left it at that. Right. And my plan was to call you later on in the day and say, listen, we had a conversation. I think I managed to kind of take the temperature down a little bit. But then you called me. And what did you say? Well, you texted me, actually.
Was that after? I think I spoke to you once, and then I spoke to you again after.
You texted me afterwards.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, like, when that was going on, bear in mind, I'd said to Wack at the end of this heated conversation, like, look, I'm going to call law enforcement. You need to just leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. I've removed the clip. I think where things got really tense was I basically said to him, I was like, I kind of stood my ground, but also I was like, I've removed the clip. And then he's like, that ain't good enough. And that's when I felt like I'm getting double pressed. Like, well, that's not good enough now. What are you going to do? I think he'd said, like, I'm going to take your channel or something crazy. I can't remember. But, like, he called me again and I wasn't trying to answer it because I was just scared and I was Googling how to file a police report. And in the end, I was like, let me call him back. And I called him back, and he was just like, bro, I don't know how we got this escalated so much. And I was kind of like, I agree. Honestly, I'm not used to these sort of dealings. Like, I'm kind of stressed out about this whole situation. I'm feeling like overly defending myself. I feel like it just doesn't even need to have gotten to this point.
Did he mention our conversation at all when he talked to you?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said I spoke to Vlad. That was the first thing he said, and he was kind of like, you know, he said what he said a few times, which I thought was really interesting and like really thoughtful, was just kind of like, look, we were all sat down having this massive moment, this hip-hop legends roundtable not so long ago. You know, for us to be beefing and having this big misunderstanding off the back of something so positive is just dumb. And I agreed, and I felt like for me to make a comment that put him down and made him feel uncomfortable, equally for him to say he's going to sue me, equally for me to say I'm going to call the cops on him, it was all just really dumb. And we that second conversation was a really good conversation, and it's almost like we wrapped that up and then it's just got onto positive terms. And then we spoke again like a week after, and just was like, he was just like, I'm checking in, I'm making sure we're good, like, I don't want you to be scared of me. And I was kind of like, nah, it's cool, like, I'm glad we can have like a positive dialogue and talk and be on good terms. But it was just like, it just got way out of hand. But what I will say, and I've been wanting to have a platform to say this, and this ain't me trying to say Wack does any kind of nefarious activity, but Wack has the content creators on the ropes for sure. He's got the content creators walking on eggshells. He's got everyone where he needs them to be. I feel like Wack is like the Suge Knight of YouTube right now. He's Death Row Digital. He is. I wouldn't be surprised you might catch Wack like dangling neon off a balcony somewhere and getting a deal. Because like Wack has just got all of the content creators under his thumb. But I'm not saying that he's necessarily got anything against them, but it's like, I feel like he knows how to insert himself in the situation. He knows how to apply pressure when it's required. He's got himself into all the rooms he needs to be. And I feel like when he needs to spread a narrative, if he's trying to push something that he's got going on, he's got all the chess pieces right where he needs him. So I got to tip my hat to Wack's power in this era, and how he's kind of like created a really interesting kind of persona of the bully of the sort of modern day hip hop era. And you know what I mean? I feel like you got whatever Wack says goes, man. I'm Team Wack now. So
hey man, y'all better watch these white T-boys. You see what he did there? He left just enough to say, yeah, but he's like a Suge Knight guy. I'm not saying that he's doing anything crazy, but you know, he's like the Suge Knight of the situation. I don't know what he has on people. He's insinuating extortion. Trap Lord Ross left the window open for extortion. Oh, you want to play with me? Watch this. And a lot of people are starting to take Wack's indirect threats and direct threats extremely personal. Y'all can't see what Trap Lord Ross is doing, it's because you don't want to see it. You don't want to see the game Trap Lord Ross is playing, it's because you don't want to see it. He said some flammery just now. Oh, I'm not saying that he's this, I ain't saying that he's that. But I am saying that, you know, You know, you can go left for you, you can go bad for you. If I was you, I wouldn't blah, blah, blah. Well, why? Is there a threat of damage? Is there a threat of harm? Is there a threat of some sort of violence against you? Who knows? We out of here to the next one, though. Y'all know the deal. It's Rich Trapper signing out. TNN Trap News Network. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. And it's free. Avenue Angels when he's free. We gone.